Hi everyone, I'm Amena and welcome back explorers to my vlog. Also, if you happen to be new here or are a repeat visitor, be welcome. Be sure to also look at the description below for all credits given. And with all that said, good morning everyone. Now, before I even start, I do have a bullet point list off to one side. So it's because I have titles of movies and the dates they were made. So that way I can have that information at the tip of my tongue or off to one side. But this is keeping in line with last week's vlog, which had everything to do with Mortal Engines. Now, that was a movie I really enjoyed, and I was very tickled pink to find out that movie was based on a book. I don't know if that book is part of the series or not. But if it's a single book, that would explain why there was only one movie ever made. And I do highly recommend watching the movie, especially if you don't have time to read the book. But if you can read the book to get all the details that the movie didn't pick up on, then by all means, read the book. But with that said, I want to go into the three movies I'm going to talk about. All three of these movies are connected by one actor that enjoys playing villainous roles. However, I will also mention what I'll be talking about next week because the last movie goes into next week's vlog. But I'll talk about that more later on. Now, the first thing I'm going to mention is the actor in question. This actor is Tim Curry. He starred in a number of movies and a number of animated series and features. However, I'm only talking about two full-length movies and one animated feature movie. Or feature animated movie? Now, the first movie I want to talk about is the Rocky Horror Picture Show. That show was created back in 1975, so there are a number of terms and whatnot that were way questionable at the time. And at this point, they're kind of not so questionable now, but some of the terms may be frowned at. Now, the Rocky Horror Picture Show is a horror show. But it is a musical, and there are plenty of dance numbers. And the plot is rather confusing because there's time travel, aliens, uh, inventive creations, even a Frankenstein story going on. Because Tim Curry actually plays the iconic villain of Dr. Frankenfurter. So, yeah, and some of the numbers that are sung are really good, at least in my opinion. Now, the Rocky Horror Picture Show is definitely something to watch. You can watch it one time or you can watch it multiple times. However, I prefer to watch it during the Halloween season because, oh, why not? You can watch it anytime, but Halloween just feels right for that particular movie. Now, oh, I mentioned, yeah, I have a feeling because the Rocky Horror Picture Show actually crossed over into multiple genres, but was mainly in the musical horror genre. That is the main reason it is confusing a lot of people, even today. Now, there are other things that can confuse people that might kind of be in a closet or maybe not, but we won't touch on that for this video. The next movie I want to talk about that Tim Curry starred in is Legend, and it was published back in 1985, and it is still one of my favorites to this day. Now, I could be wrong, but I also think Legend is the first official movie that Tom Cruise actually starred in. I could be wrong since my focus uh, for today is actually on Tim Curry, who starred in the movies. Now, Legend is one of those I thought to be fantasy or pure fantasy, but it, looking at all the elements, it's more of a dark fantasy. And what that really is saying is fantasy horror. Now, why is it that? Well, the character that Tim Curry plays is Darkness. Or, if you don't know the name, he looks like the devil. And his whole motive is to bring an eternal night to the whole world, killing unicorns and yeah. There are a number of things that are like, okay, I know where the horror bits come in. And the first adversary that the hero Jack faces uh, is very much nightmare fuel, and darkness is also nightmare fuel. But Tim Curry's rendition of darkness makes him both an evil character, but a likable evil character, which is kind of conflicting. Either way, I enjoyed the movie. I actually own it. And yeah. I remember seeing that on TV as a child, and it stuck with me for a very, very, very long time. And if I hadn't seen it on TV back then, I wouldn't have looked for that particular movie for all these years. And I finally did find it, and now I finally own it. The last movie I want to talk about is an animated feature-length movie. And I saw it in theaters. I saw it on DVD and VHS and on cable TV a few times. And this movie, or rather the movie in question, is Fern Gully, The Last Rainforest. And it was published back in 1992. Now, other details that you might want to know is that the character of Batty Coda was voiced by none other than Robin Williams. And the villainous character, called Hexus, is voiced by none other than Tim Curry. And if you're wondering if he sings during this movie, oh yeah, he sings. And if you didn't think he had a set of pipes, he does. However, if you don't know about his singing career in the movies, check out the original Annie movie. Check out Rocky Horror Picture Show, the original one. And obviously, check out Fern Gully, The Last Rainforest. Now, I will say that the message that this movie gives is very good. But you don't have to take my word for it. In fact, I recommend you watch all the movies that I mentioned here. And, oh, yeah. If you're wondering why I said Fern Gully, The Last Rainforest, would lead into next week's vlog, the simple fact that it is an animated feature is why I mentioned that. Because next week's vlog will be about an animated series, or anime in general, or just animations in general. I won't give you specific details until next week. But with everything mentioned for this week's vlog, I'm afraid I'm going to have to end this episode here and leave you all with this. If you have been enjoying my content, please feel free to leave a like and or subscribe. You can also leave a comment down below in the comments section. Be sure to hit that notification bell because YouTube doesn't always like to share. Be safe, be healthy, and as always, be true to you. Amena signing out.